Hey, what's up, beautiful Bellcast listeners? Welcome to another episode. I am Gio.
And I'm Bart.
And today I'm actually having a really good day.
You are?
Yeah.
What caused it? I guess maybe not what caused it, but how do you gauge a good day to begin with?
Well, the good day for me is always going to start when there's a break in my routine. Because I have such a very predictable routine.
Yeah.
Wake up, get Taika, wait for mom to get here, get ready, go to the office, start meeting with people till like 2 or 3, drive back home for about an hour, train, say bye to my mom, stay with Taika, have dinner, you come home, you come.
I do like coming at 6.
And then I go to sleep. So that's like literally my every single day.
Yeah. You don't like routines? It drives you nuts?
It just gets really stale for me. And not that it drives me nuts, but I just like a change. That's why I liked, my job with JK for so long. I loved it because it was like every day was a different fun day.
Yeah, because every shoot every week was different.
It was completely different. Different cast, different energy, different project, different goal. So like I just like a lot of change. So the fact that we're going to like Vegas and there's like this entire world of just brand new shit I didn't even know existed. I'm like, let's fucking go. So today was a good day because I woke up and you're already next to me. Because by the time I wake up, you're gone.
Yeah.
Like you wake up at like 5 and you're out by 6.
Yeah.
And I don't have that luxury just because I stay home until my mom gets here, and then because we have Taika.
Yeah.
So you stayed, which is really cool. So I got really excited because I love when you're here and I just love family time together.
Yeah, I could tell because you got yummy breakfast for all
Yeah,
of us.
I got us some coffee, and then I got us breakfast so that when my mom got here and you woke up, everything was already taken care of, and we got to like just sit there and have breakfast together in the middle of the week, which is so rare.
Yeah, it's not a weekend.
No, because weekends usually we do that for sure, but today's a Wednesday?
Yep.
Yeah, and we got to do that, and we like the morning was just comfortable and chill. At least for me, it was. I don't know how it was for everyone else, but that's why I was already having a good day.
Oh, that's cutie.
Yeah.
This sounds like a good day.
I like all these little things. Like that's why I want to work so hard.
Yeah.
And like build and stack up my chips so that I can do these types of things without thinking twice.
Yeah. Do you think that you'll get to a point, because some people on the other side of it is like, there are people like our friends Anna and Jeremy, they thought they actually retired because they had a first business that they crushed it at, right? And they're like, okay, cool, we're just going to settle down. And I think once they settle down, I think there's always routine no matter what, right? Like you can be in pre-hustle, meaning like, for most people that means like school or getting some sort of license for their trade. And I can't wait to get to the job. And this is so routine. It's the same thing. I'm going to class every single day. And then when you're at the job, your first movie that you make or your first patient that you see, you're excited.
Yeah.
5 years in, it's just a day in the life of work. Like when you meet real actors, they don't go like, oh yeah, I'm about to do Avengers. That's stuff that like a new extra or a new actor says. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to be in a commercial. When you talk to like our legit like actor friends that have been in for like 10 years, you're like, oh, I got work tomorrow. You're like, oh, what are you shooting? Oh, I'll be shooting with like Bruce Willis and stuff.
Wow, they sound very ungrateful.
They're just become a job, right? Everything becomes routine. And then it's like, oh, I can't wait to retire. And then, all right, cool, I'm gonna retire. But then once you retire, it's like the same routine. In the beginning, it's like, oh, go outside, open the newspaper, smell the air, the trees, see the butterflies, drink my coffee. And then pretty soon it's like, yep, 3 years in, and go outside. I don't do jack shit. What I gotta do later? Jack shit. What am I do tonight? Jack shit. And so it almost just feels like there's routine. Like routine kills a lot of people, I think.
Well, I don't mind the routine part. Like I need stability.
Yeah.
So that comes with routine.
Yeah.
So in that regard, I like it. But I think when like my entire life is tied down to the one thing over and over and over again is when I'm like, whoa, I need a break and I need to shake up my environment a bit. Because I feel like I become stagnant. Like my creativity becomes stagnant. My growth becomes stagnant. And I don't like that.
I see.
So sorry, I hear Taika. Okay, he's gonna make an appearance.
You wanna say hi to everyone? Come here, monkey.
Grandpa's here.
Grandpa's here? Oh, cool. Come here, say hi to everyone.
Come here, say hi.
Come here.
Right here.
Come here, say hi to everyone.
Right here,
there he is. Oh no. If you guys are listening, turn it to the YouTube. This guy's freaking on camera.
And
in the middle of a take.
Here, say hi to everyone. Right here. You have to say hi here.
Hi.
Why are you wearing pajamas?
Because I want to.
Yeah. Does your mama want to put you in clothes?
No, because Grandpa's here.
Oh, okay. Grandpa's here.
Okay.
Well, he loves wearing pajamas right now.
All right, so we got to get you out of here so we can finish this podcast.
Yeah, dude. You gotta go, man. I know you guys want him to be here, but trust me, it's gonna be. Go with Grandpa. Grandpa's here, which is the highlight of his day for sure. Oh, he's trying to open the door. Monkey, go with Grandpa. So he has Grandma and Grandpa are both here. What was I saying? Yeah, I just don't ever like feeling stagnant in any aspect of my life.
Yeah.
So even if I were to get the retirement money, right? For example, and I retire, let's say a year or two from now, I'm someone that really enjoys building either with friendships or building another business or building myself. Like I really enjoy the process of starting from zero and then creating something. So I really like that. So maybe that might translate into business. It might translate into Taika's future, but I don't ever see myself just kind of being bored. I'm not a bored type of person.
I see.
I don't think I've ever told you like I'm bored.
No.
Yeah, we're just not those people.
Yeah. I think I've also that's been scared out of me because as a kid, if I ever said I was bored, it's like, oh, here's some homework.
Oh, fuck.
My mom always had a stack of homework. So it's like, if I'm bored, either I go find something to do or my mom's going to give me something to do.
Well, sorry, it's really distracting because now I can hear both grandparents trying to hold Taika back from this room. That's why we can't wait to move to Vegas because we're going to have our own podcast room that he cannot get into, and that's going to be fucking fire. And it's going to be decorated. It's going to be even more fucking fire. What were you saying?
For some reason, I feel like you can get into that one too. We need to put a lock on that door.
Oh, no, there's going to be a lock for sure.
Because one of the rooms in our Vegas house, we're going to dedicate to podcasting. So it's not like this, where this is a semi-bedroom that we set up a podcast space. It's going to be a legit podcast space. So that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, what were you saying? I forgot.
Oh, just about routines and if you like routines and stuff.
I mean, I like the basic routines. I like knowing that I'm going to eat breakfast every morning, lunch at noon, and then like at dinner. Like I like that type of routine.
Yeah.
But when my entire life is consumed by the same thing day in and day out, that's when I go fucking crazy. That's why I can't do corporate shit.
I see. I fucking love routines.
I know you do.
But I like, because I like movement too. I like what I call like organized chaos. So for example, like if I could structure my day just ideally, the way that I would have it is I love busting my ass in the morning, right? So like, let's say my training time is 6 to 7 or maybe even 6 to 8, right? And
that sounds nice.
And then like, let's say it's that. I'm just saying my ideal day, right?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Let's say it's 6 to 8 is I bust my ass time, and I don't have a strength and conditioning gym, so I don't have to like do a specific type of fitness. Like every single day, if someone told me what I was doing in the morning, that would be cool. But I just know 6 to 8, I'm busting my ass. It could be a powerlifting workout, yoga workout, CrossFit workout, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I could be swimming in a lake. Like all that stuff that I really, really enjoy. And I actually probably would. Like I'd probably make Wednesdays my lake Wednesdays. So Wednesdays, I know I'm going to get on a boat. Me and my friends are going to take the boat out to the middle of the lake.
How fun.
We're going to jump off the lake.
Can I come?
Yeah. And then we're going to swim a mile to shore. Like I know that's what we're going to do every Wednesday.
Fun.
So I really like routines. And then so, and like, let's say from, I don't know, 10 to 12.
You see, that right there, though, is not, when it comes to fitness, for some reason, it doesn't feel like a routine for me. Yeah. Even though literally every week you're doing the exact same thing. Yeah, Mondays
is like squats or something, yeah.
But it doesn't feel like a routine for me because every day you're changing the weights. Or you're supposed to be, right? Yeah. Like, you're never doing squats at like 135 pounds week to week to week to week to week.
The reps are changing, the sets are changing.
Yeah, so that to me, even though the routine, which is what I'm saying, I like the basic routine, which is you're going to train every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I like that because it's predictability. I get to not think about it anymore. I just show up. Yeah. But when I'm in it, that's when all the shit changes. Yeah. So that's what I like. And that's what I liked about JK News too. I actually don't like knowing the articles. You know, there's a lot of people that are scared to say, or they wouldn't like, they second guess what they say. They're not good at improv. Yeah. They second guess what they say, or they have to be PC or something. Like for me, I think since I am a comedian, I have the luxury of like, you know, pushing the boundaries a little bit. So I enjoyed knowing that, you know, on the weeks of JK News, I'm just going to show up and then that's it. I'm just all out creativity, just perform. I just have to be myself and breathe. And that's what I like. So my ideal schedule would be blocks of like a vague topic, whether it's work or creativity or whatever. And then, or like, let's say at night, it's 6 to 8 p.m. is movie time. And the movie can change
every single time, but I would not get sick of having a movie night every single night. And I actually really enjoy like having a set time, set routine for stuff. Even on a weekly and monthly too. Like it doesn't have to be a daily thing. It could be first Saturday of every month is we eat with my pops. That's it. The restaurant could change every single time, but first Saturday every month we do that. Or every 3 weeks we go on or 3 months we go on a vacation. It could be anywhere. It could be a 1 hour drive that way, or it could be a flight that way. It doesn't matter, you know. But I like knowing control. I don't know if it's because that's how I was raised,
control,
or like
knowing control.
I guess having control and knowing what's coming up. I like that. But the insides, I don't really care.
I see.
Like if someone tells me like, hey, tomorrow we're gonna brainstorm for an hour. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
I see.
I don't need to know what it's about or anything. I'm just like, that sounds fun.
I see.
It could be brainstorm on how to fire someone. I'm like, that's cool. Or it could be brainstorm on the next project. That's cool too. Like I just tell me we're gonna brainstorm. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. No, that sounds like fun. Yeah, you do take it a step further though, and you like to time things out too, which I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, that's too much.
You don't like timing it out? Why?
Because you're like, I need to give my wife an hour in affection. Okay, I need to play with my son for at least 30 minutes. And I'm like, whoa, that's very calculated. That to me is a little bit too like constricting. Because
don't you want to try to give equal parts of your life the same attention?
Kind of. I don't think it's that linear though.
What do you mean linear?
Like, I don't think it like, if I don't give this person my attention in one day, then I always have the next day to do it, you know? Like, I don't feel like I have to jam pack so much shit in my life.
But how do you know, like, you're doing a good job? Like, what's your gauge?
Well, I don't think time is my gauge. I think it's the intent is my gauge. It's your feeling?
Because the intent, I give it the same every time. You know? So I'm like, I mean, like, I guess it's like the
well, I think
quintessential topic, right? Of like, is it okay for dad to be gone Monday through Friday and then give all Saturday, Sunday to their kids? And I'm like, I want to give at least 30 minutes to an hour every day to the kids. And then I have Saturday and Sunday as well. So for me, that's where like the time and the gauges like come into play, you know?
And I mean, that works for you. For sure, that works for you.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's just connecting with people. Like, I just want to make sure that like I feel like I walked away with a really good connection with that person and I've built a really good relationship, whether that's with someone I know or don't know.
So as soon as you feel the connection, like, all right, cool, I'm done.
Not that I'm done, but I'm like, cool, that's satisfied, you know? And I kind of just keep making my rounds.
Satisfied for how long? For the week? For the month? Or you don't even think like that?
Depends on the person and the relationship.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, every single one is going to be completely different because then you have people in your life that are like, there's like a closeness meter, right? Like the more that they're close to you, you engage with them a little bit more, so you're around them a little bit more. It's just different. So the closer you are with me, the more I want to spend time with you. But the further away you are, then I can just send you a text like, hey, just thinking about you, wanted to check in. How's everything going? And I think that'll suffice.
That's crazy. That's crazy how we're so different in that way. Because for me, because for you, it seems like it goes a lot by feeling. For me, I try to not feel anything because feelings are very subjective. So I like having like a set time to do things. So I'm like, oh, what are your acquaintance? Every 6 months is pretty cool. So like, let's say I'm thinking of someone. I'm like, oh, I should say what's up to him. And I look, I'm like, oh, I just talked to him 3 months ago. Nah, I'm good.
Whoa. Yeah, no. I always know where the people I care about, I know where they're at in life though. So I'm like, oh, did you know it's so-and-so birthday? Like, I'm always the one hitting you up. Hey, it's this person's birthday. Hit them up. Or, hey, this person just bought a house. Like, you don't know jack shit because you literally, it's like out of sight, out of mind. With me, though. The
Instagram algorithm, I don't know. There's tons of people I follow that don't show me their shit no more.
I mean, that's whatever, you know. But
true.
I guess that's where your intellectual or whatever the fuck, the logical side of it might not work. Whereas mine is, I don't know. I just like it. It works for me.
It does work for you.
And if it works for you, cool.
No, it does work for you. But I'm just trying to understand because maybe it should work for me too.
It doesn't have to. I mean, it's just whatever makes sense to you, right? But I really do, because I just don't keep so many people in my life that close anymore.
Yeah.
I'm really particular because I just have no more time. So I'm really particular about who I want to spend my time with and who I want to build with and who I want to be invested in. So for those people, I make sure that I'm like giving them my all, and I'm like very involved in their life. I see. Whether they're within the immediate vicinity or they live fucking thousands of miles away. Like I'm like, I really genuinely care about you and I want to make sure that you're always good. So like, I always keep tabs on people.
I see.
Yeah. And just randomly, I'll just hit them up. Hey, you know what? You just popped up in my head. I hope you're doing well.
That's tight. Yeah, I do that too.
It's never like 3 months. I spoke to you 3 months. Nah, I'm going to wait.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
You said you did that.
I know, no, but I don't. I never go.
I just called your ass out.
I never go under. I always go over.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So if I say like 3 months, I still say what's up too. But like I do have that feeling. But because I hate feeling, because like every time I get that feeling, it's the same feeling as like, you know, when you like left something on the stove or you left something in the oven or whatever. It's that feeling. So I hate that feeling. The feeling of like.
I like that feeling.
Oh, really? I hate that feeling of like.
Because it doesn't allow me to forget anything.
Yeah, I hate that feeling because it feels like I dropped the ball.
Oh.
So I hate that because I hate that. So like what I actually like is when, you know, when the vet goes, walk your dog 2 times a day, 1 in the AM, 1 in the PM. Then that way it takes out the feeling of going, oh, you know what? My dog doesn't seem like he needs to be walked. We had a good walk. And then and it could be like 4 days later and like, oh, fuck, I haven't walked my dog in like 4 days. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So I hate that feeling. So,
I mean, that's a little bit different.
So to me, I just rather just go, how many times do I need to do it? And it's like, oh, okay, 2 times a day. Perfect. Then that way I never have a feeling of dropping the ball on my dog, you know? And then for something else, it's like, how many times do I need to do it? And they go, well, you need to get an oil change every 5,000 miles or whatever. I'm like, cool. That way it's not like, oh, fuck, I didn't get an oil change for such a long time.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that oh, fuck feeling.
Yeah, I got you. Real quickly, though, I'm going to introduce our sponsors.
So I just came across the dopest gift you can give someone that you really care about. So when you got someone that you really care about in your life, you're probably buying them a lot of gifts for their birthdays, for Christmas, for Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, whatever you name it, right? And you always want things to be as sentimental and come from the heart as much as possible. But there's a lot of times either they bought it for themselves already, or since you buy so many gifts, you kind of run out of ideas of how to show that you care. And that's why I love this, because with the Note Cube, you can go to the website and select 10 to 20 of their best qualities. And then within seconds, you have 60 personalized notes, all with the reasons of why you love them, why you appreciate them, and they get to open it and read one every single day, or read all of them all at once if they want a ton of love. And it comes in a beautiful engraved wooden box, and it's the perfect, thoughtful, unexpected gift. So I thought this would be super cool because, you know, sometimes you just want to express all your love all at once, and they do all of this for you. So this is good for Mother's Day, Father's Day, anniversaries, birthdays, Valentine's Day, you name it. Right now, all of our listeners have a special offer. If you use the code BEAW, BEAW, and you get 20% off, and it's free delivery worldwide. So shop online at thenotecube.com. Super easy to create, only takes minutes, and it lasts a lifetime. Use the code BEAW, BEAW, to get 20% off, and it is a beautiful gift that you can give anybody that you love, and especially with Mother's Day coming up and then Father's Day right after that. This is the perfect time. Use the code BEAW, BEAW.
Alrighty, you guys. Want to introduce our next sponsor, Best Fiends. You guys hear me talk about this all the time. It's the coolest app phone game out there. You can download it for free, and it's so much fun. It's family friendly. Literally anyone can play it, but don't think just because anyone can play it that it's super duper easy. It's for sure a challenge. And what I absolutely love about it is just how cute and bright and happy the graphics are. So if you've had a pretty fucking shitty long day and you just want to unwind and disconnect, this is what I do. I like to sit down or lay in bed in my comfy sweats and a blanket, and I play Best Fiends because I know that it's going to stimulate my brain, but not to the point where I'm stressed and I just want to toss my phone. It actually does the complete opposite. It's soothing. It relaxes me. And I just feel all around good, especially when Taika's looking over my shoulder and he sees how fun and exciting this game is. And then he takes it out of my hand and he starts playing and he actually starts doing better than me. Yeah, that's what this game's all about. And just the basic premise, you have a bunch of little insect friends that are trying to protect this beautiful garden from these nasty slugs, all right? And your goal is to get rid of these slugs because you want your garden to thrive. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the negative people in your life. You want them out because you want to thrive and you want your garden to grow. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that got unnecessarily deep, but just know that this game is a lot of fun. The levels are always changing. It's always a challenge. The graphics are always changing, so you're not looking at the same scenery over and over and over again. Sometimes it's sunny, sometimes you're in some snow. Again, it's a lot of fun. Can you tell I'm a big fan? I hope so. So make sure to download Best Fiends for free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R. Best Fiends. Check it out. And we're back. No, I totally get that. And I can see like how it would definitely benefit, like for sure, right? Because the more we have life happening to us, if we can have things that are set in stone or just a little bit more scheduled, then it's less thinking. And like now you can plan your life a little bit better. Whereas like the dog walking example, right? If we had a set schedule, then we know how to fit our life within this schedule. Whereas if we don't have it, then there's just a bunch of balls fucking falling. And
be better at what I'm doing. So for example, like, you know, like the dog walking thing, like if I don't have a set time that I do it, right, then every time that I'm doing it, it's always, oh fuck, I gotta go do it. So it's always me trying to do the bare minimum.
So you're always playing catch up.
It's always me like, oh fuck, okay, cool, let's go walk. Let's go walk over here, because it's convenient, right? Versus if I know that every day at 10 a.m. I'm walking the dog, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I walked them on this street. This street was pretty cool. I did see the other street. That street was really cool. Oh, I'll take them to the hike next time. So now the quality of the walk improves.
Yeah.
Because I took the logistics out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, so I think with that, like it helps me. So that's why even like, you know, on the days that you are busy and then like I'll send you CUNY pictures of like me and Taika playing. It's the reason why we're able to even brainstorm some really super CUNY stuff is because I knew ahead of time that I was going to take care of Taika. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm taking care of Taika all Saturday. Ma Bear's gone. Okay, cool. He needs to eat this time, which means there's empty windows this time, which means he has a lot of energy during this time. So we're definitely going to explore this time. He's more chill during this time. We're definitely going to hot tub during this time. During this time, he does like to stay in. The sun's super hot. So watch a movie, you know? So like that helps me improve the quality of what we're doing because I have those like gauges in my brain.
That's cool.
At least that's how it works. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not as organized like that.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like, or maybe I do the routine so much with him at least that it's already kind of second nature. So I don't need to think about it that much.
Yeah.
But you're definitely way more organized when it comes to stuff like that. The fuck, my phone just keeps ringing. Sorry. So it's really distracting because it's on my wrist. If it helps you, that's freaking cool. But I don't know if I feel the oh fuck all the time. I like having all these little things in my head because I just don't forget it.
I see. Yeah. There's even a point where I was brushing my teeth with my left hand for a while too.
Why?
Just because, you know, like once I get a routine and once I have the set time, that's when like my exploration phase I get to explore. So I've tried like answering emails when I'm brushing my teeth. I've tried taking a shit while I'm brushing my teeth. I've tried brushing my teeth with my left hand. I've tried dressing. I just try to improve.
Why would you? Yeah, the brushing the teeth while you're taking a shit is rough.
I know.
And I've done it several times too.
But I think I'm always that type of person that wants to see like how can I take it to the next level and what is the outcome of the next level. So my new conclusion is it's just 2 minutes. Your life isn't going to be that much better. Like just give the 2 minutes to your toothbrush. You're good.
Yeah.
But because I know I brush my teeth at the same time in the morning, at the same time at night, it did allow me to explore and experiment even with toothbrushing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that's something that if I was always I didn't brush my teeth when I left the house. Like that would never happen to me because I brush my teeth at the same time. And then so when I do it, I'm able to take it to the next level too.
Yeah.
Of toothbrushing.
The next level being when you're taking a shit. That one's always fucking hard, right? Because after you brush your teeth and you have all the foam in your mouth, then like it's harder to spit because now it's just going to be like this string. So you have to open up your legs and now it's an aiming game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want to get it on my legs, even though it's not a big deal. Like I'm just being lazy and I'm like, fuck, if I get it on my legs.
You can't bend over and put your head between your legs?
Why do I need to bend over?
So that you don't get on your legs. Like, why would you spit from up here? Why don't you spit between your head, between your knees?
Because I don't want to smell my shit.
Well, you don't have to smell while you're spitting. You have to. Air has to go in for it to come out. I don't
have to, but it just feels like it just feels very uncomfortable. So I'd rather just do this and then spit from here and just play a game and see if I can do it.
And do you usually win?
Yeah, I've won every time.
You have?
Yeah. You even scoot your ass back and then you just spit it and then it just goes bloop. But you have to do a slow spit. Can you do you do fast spits and slow spits? Can you do slow spits?
Yeah. We drag it all out.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't want it to splash, then I'll do a slow spit.
I think I just mastered spitting like a dude.
Really? How?
Yeah, because I was always like,
a cowboy?
I was like, how do men, and I've only seen men do it. I've rarely seen any women, probably because that's just the way our society has been. But men will always, like, the trope is they spit into like that spit fucking
spit bucket.
That spit bucket.
If they dip and
if
stuff.
they're dipping or whatever,
Yeah.
but you don't need to dip to have to spit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be something that was in your throat or whatever.
Yeah.
But they shoot it out like a little fucking bullet.
Yeah, like a.
Yeah. You don't spit like that.
I do.
I don't see you ever spit like that. I see you with the fucking saliva.
No, I spit like that.
I gotta see this. Can
I'll
you
spit
spit?
like. You want me to spit right now? I'll spit all over the place.
You could just shoot it straight out.
Yeah,
How do you do
I spit
it?
in your face right now.
No, why would I want you to spit in my face?
I don't know.
How do you do it? What's your technique?
Just like this, and just launch it. Yeah, like a dart.
You don't like separate it on your tongue and have it just kind of kick it on your tongue and then spit it out?
I don't know. Maybe I've done it for so many years. It's so easy. I don't even think I have to. It's just second nature. I can spit on you right now. I can hit that wall right now.
What? Okay, well,
Give me
I
a
can
second.
do
I
it
can
now.
do it right. Bam. Hit him right in the face.
Who taught you how to spit?
Probably all the older homies.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's smoking cigarettes and spitting. That's what else are you doing when you're 12?
Is it? Yeah, smoking for sure.
Yeah, the 13-year-olds are good role models, you know?
So you learned by looking at them, or they were like, "No, why are you spitting like a bitch?" And then they taught you.
Well, you know, I think in that era, you can never reveal that you don't know. So you just see people going smoking, they get some cotton mouth or whatever, and they're just like, yeah.
So did you practice at home?
Fuck. You just gotta do it on the side, and then oh fuck, that almost that. What the hell? What happened, dude? That the wind blew this time. You know, like, oh yeah, I fucking hate it when the wind blows. This was probably two guys that don't even know how to spit, and one of them accidentally did it cool, you know?
Oh my God. Guys are so stupid.
Yeah, because especially in that time, like no one's vulnerable. So
Yeah.
no one could be like, hey man, you spit so cool. Can you show me how to spit cool too?
Dude,
like, ain't no one's gonna ask that.
That's something I've had to learn.
What?
Men being vulnerable now, which I think is really rad.
Yeah.
But like guys, when I grew up at least, were the ones that were like the hard asses. Like you don't want to show that any sign of vulnerability.
Yeah.
But now it's like the coolest shit to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it took me a couple years to get used to that.
I think we're finding the sweet spot. Because I think before it's like not vulnerable at all, right?
Yeah, it was like a necessary hardness. Or pretend hardness.
That's extremely unhealthy because there's so much suppression going on, right? And then there's the vulnerable, which is good. And then you go after that and you feel like the world is against you. Like you're literally the victim of everything, right?
Yeah.
And then so now
I fucking hate
that. So before it's like you're oppressing all of your feelings. Now the world is oppressing you. And I think the sweet spot is the actual middle where it's vulnerability. We can talk about feelings and it's not a blame game. It's not like you made me feel this way. It's more like I feel this way right now. How do we work this out so that I can make myself feel better rather than you made me feel bad?
You make me feel better.
Yeah, you make me feel bad. You make me feel better. That's like on this side. On this side, it's like, I don't feel fucking shit. And obviously it's leaking out all kinds in other areas. Like, you don't feel fucking shit. I'm fucking happy. And they fucking break a bottle or something. You're like, obviously you're not okay, you know?
Yeah.
So I think the vulnerability is something that...
is it falling off your head? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the vulnerability is actually good. And I'm seeing a lot more dudes.
I love it.
But I think just in general, I think everyone is learning how to be more vulnerable. Because there's also people that I've seen on this side that have been super victimizing and the world is oppressing them. And then they're coming more into this side too, which is good. Like people, it's like both sides going, shoo.
Yeah, I love it. I love this time that we're in right now because I feel like so many people are so in tuned with their shit.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it's like you knew this person wasn't this hard. You're like, bitch, why are you fronting? Like,
there's a lot of oppression, self-oppression back then.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't like it. So I like it now. Yeah. So I'm glad you know, people that don't know how to spit can spit now and shit.
My favorite oppression is
your favorite oppression?
No, my favorite vulnerability is because like I like to gauge people based off of like credentials, you know. So when I see and I think that's why I like Max Holloway, for example, right? Arguably one of the best featherweights to ever live, extremely good UFC fighter. Hold the highest records for so many of the most volume of punches thrown in a round. And he's just a tough motherfucker, you know? And he's just like, man, this guy, it is what it is. And he's such a beast, right? And then you hear him talking in interviews and he's like, man, I don't like to train. I hate training. Who loves training? And it's just so dope because he's accomplished it. So it's different when someone ran a marathon and they talk about how even mile 1 sucks because there's that context versus someone that just has never done anything and says running sucks. It's like, obviously it sucks.
Right.
So that to me isn't really, that's not being vulnerable. You're just being lazy.
Yeah.
You know, you're just being lazy and you're being a bitch and you're finding excuses. Whereas to me, vulnerable is like you actually go through it, but then afterwards you're able to talk about it. And then that to me is vulnerability.
It always blows my mind when I see high achievers. Like, you know, we have our friend Dana Lynn Bailey, right?
Yeah.
And she'll talk about, she's like, yo, I don't love training every day. Like, I don't want to go to the gym sometimes.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I don't want to go to the gym. And I'm just like, but you're like the fucking best. Like, there's no one better than you right now.
She literally is the best.
And to hear you say that, I'm just like, wow, you're human. But you're even more badass because as much as you hate it, you became the fucking best.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking dope.
Yeah, I think.
So I get that.
I think as humans, we definitely have a common thread where we all feel similar things, you know?
But it's just so hard to like even imagine that, right? Because like a lot of us don't compare ourselves to greatness. We're not like, we are you and we feel what you feel. We think the same way. It's more like they're built different.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they have something that we don't have. So
they have a different starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when you hear them and like, that's why the interviews are, and that's probably why you're so into so many people and reading their backstories because you're just like, whoa, they're literally me.
Yeah. I think it's so relatable. And I learned that part of humanity the most through comedy. So, you know, like there's different nights, right? Like there's nights where it's predominantly Hispanic.
Okay. I was thinking nights with a K, but cool.
No, like I'm talking about like comedy nights.
Oh, okay.
There's like, you know, predominantly Hispanic rooms. There's the 6 to 7 p.m. night. That night is usually you don't go as hardcore with your comedy because they're usually dinner dates. You know, they're not the hardcore comedians. I mean, the hardcore like demographic. Then the people that stumble into like the comedy rooms at like 10 or 11, they're a little bit drunk. They already had their night out of town. So they're a little bit more rowdy. There's more hecklers during that time. So like as a comedian, when you do a lot of this live stand-up, you're getting like a controlled demographic every single time. And that's one thing that I learned from stand-up comedy is that like the best comedians are like Kevin Hart. You know, they know how to connect humanity, or even Dave Chappelle, right? Like Dave Chappelle, like especially recently, he's been able to talk about controversial subjects that literally have an extreme this side and an extreme this side, and they cannot get along. But he pulls the common thread that connects both people and the humanity part of it, where regardless of your religion or politics or whatever, you're able to find a little bit more common ground. Yeah. And that's what like a good comedian can do, where it's polarizing, not to specific parties, but it's polarizing to what the social thought is at the time. And so I think that's super duper cool. Yeah.
And that's what shows you like about greatness and stuff.
Yeah. So like that would help me understand that, you know, someone that is born a straight up specimen like LeBron James, 6'9", 275.
Fast as fuck.
Moves like he's 130. He has the same struggles as someone that, you know, might have been born with their toes pointed inside like this and their knees aren't right. You know, it's like they're in different arenas for sure. But I think everyone has a tough time getting out of bed. Everyone has a tough time dealing with heartbreak.
Taking a shower.
Yeah, everyone has a hard time dealing with certain things. But I think the difference is people's approach to the hard times. Yeah. But as humanity, you know, if you're 6'9", 275, you don't laugh to jokes any differently than someone that's in first grade and only is 50 pounds. You know, if Kevin Hart tells a joke, the whole stadium, regardless of age, sex, whatever,
we laugh
background,
at the same
we're all
time.
laughing because we're human. So that's the human part of our experience, our emotions and stuff. And I think that's why when these people of greatness that we think are built different, they're actually built the same. They just adapt different.
Yeah.
And then so when they reveal how they actually feel, like Max Holloway revealing how, I don't like to train, bro. You're like, what? I thought you fucking loved it, you know? Or Dana Lynn Bailey, I thought you loved it. Like you look like you want to train 12 times a day. That's what it looks like. Yeah. It looks like you don't even want to do anything else but train.
Yeah. I probably they do, but you were just talking about Chappelle, and I do want to bring something up. I don't even know if you knew this, but before I do, let's introduce our sponsors.
Shout outs to our next sponsor, Ziprecruiter. If you're a business owner who's hiring, you probably face a lot of challenges when it comes to finding the right person for your role. And I know because I have multiple businesses, and hiring is one of the toughest parts. It can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. And sure, you could post your job on some job board, but all you can do is hope that the right person comes along, which is why you should try Ziprecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/Beaw, B-E-A-W.
And I absolutely love it. And I highly recommend it to anybody that's going to be hiring anybody, because it takes all of the guesswork out of it. They even have templates for you guys to use. Like, let's say you're looking for a customer service rep and you're like, ooh, I don't really know what the industry standard is. It tells you what the industry standard is for like pay. They'll tell you for you're like on the lower end, on the middle, or if you're overpaying. It also has templates already created for you so that you don't have to like, maybe English isn't your strong suit. You know what I mean? So like it'll have a template that you just plug and play. Once you submit, everyone gets notified and they start applying with you. So you can just set it and forget it. You start getting a bunch of notifications of all these applicants. The coolest part and my favorite part is once you're sorting through these resumes, you can thumbs that up saying like, yep, this candidate is good. You can say, maybe, or you can thumb them down. And then that's a really cool filtering process because you're not constantly having to open things. All that happens is the resume shows up, you thumbs up, down. You either do thumbs up, thumbs down, a maybe, and then it just shuffles to the next one. And just one by one, you can just start tackling it. So I am a huge fan of ZipRecruiter.
And that's why I like ZipRecruiter too, because, you know, if you're a startup like us, most of the time you don't know what the heck is going on.
Nope.
You don't even know if the job you're hiring for even exists, or, you know, every single business has its own specific needs. So sometimes you need this job, but you need this person with this extra skill, or you don't need these traditional skills. So all the templates that Jill was talking about is super helpful because it helps you fine tune the person with the exact skill set that you need. And in fact, ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day, which is extremely helpful in a startup environment too, because you need people yesterday. So right now you could try ZipRecruiter for free at this web address, ziprecruiter.com/Beaw, B-E-A-W. Once again, go to ziprecruiter.com/Beaw, B-E-A-W, because ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire.
And we're back. Did you know he's coming out with the podcast?
What?
I know.
Oh my God.
It's called, I think it's called The Midnight Miracle.
What?
That's the podcast. And he's going to have Talib on that. Just like his regular, The Midnight Miracle coming soon. We're getting him in podcast format, and I'm so excited for that shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Damn, I don't know how I feel about this.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
So
what is there to feel about it?
So Dave Chappelle, hands down, if you're listening to this podcast,
which he is. Hi, Dave.
You are
we miss you.
My idol. You are my mentor without even knowing it. And in my opinion, you're the greatest comedian and also modern day philosopher that I know. Because in actuality, all comedians are philosophers. They are modern day philosophers because they think different, right? And not that they believe different, because those are two different things. And I think that's why a lot of people that don't understand comedy, they end up like getting mad at comedians for things they say. They have a set of beliefs, but their art doesn't have to reflect that. They're just playing with concepts. And that's what philosophy is, right? Being able to go, are things tabula rasa? Like we start zero, or do we learn everything?
What do you mean talking about la raza? What the fuck is that?
That's a Latin. It's a Latin term.
La raza is like my peoples.
Well, I don't know. But yeah, is it like, do we come with all the programming, or do we learn all the programming, right? Like there's that kind of stuff. So with Dave Chappelle, since he's such a great person for me, to me, he's that Michelin star restaurant. So I respect him because I don't get all those doses. But if I do start getting a daily dose, I don't know if I would cherish him.
But how much do you love Joe Rogan now?
But that's because Joe Rogan was never the Michelin star restaurant to me.
Oh, I see.
Joe Rogan to me was the taco truck. He was a taco truck guy.
But I don't think he's going to be giving you his polished jokes. I think we're just going to get a very human side of Chappelle, and I don't even think it's going to be that funny.
I'm not even saying it's funny. It's just his being is the genius, because his comedian, his philosophizing business. I mean, person, but bodita. That's his.
What the fuck did you just say? Bodita?
Yeah, that's who he is, right?
What the fuck is bodita?
Yeah, I don't know if I want that much of him. For me, because I'm such a big fan.
Then don't fucking listen, all right?
Because I'm such a big
don't
fan.
Tune in. Don't tune in at all. I can't wait. Because he's such a modern day philosopher, I can't wait to hear his perspective on things. I'm like, oh, cool. You're going to bend my brain. I like that. I like people that can bend my brain.
Yeah.
I like having my set of beliefs and I like fucking fighting for them like crazy. And I like someone challenging it. And then me going, oh, fuck, I bow down. Because that was way better.
That's how you grow.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to stick to my guns until you can prove me otherwise. And I've always operated this way. So hearing him, and every time I like hear his stand up or just interviews and stuff, like, it's really cool. Like, it's really,
you know who
really
I think needs to have a daily podcast? I think the president of the United States does. I think the president of the United States, regardless of who it is, because, you know, back in the day, they used to, like, we also sit, like, I'm not even, I say we, like, I grew up in the 50s, but, like, you know, in the 50s, like, everyone would get around the TV. Okay, cool. Like, the president's about to say something, you know? And so when they said something, like, the whole world tuned in and knows the position of the leader. Like, if we're one giant sports team or coach, like, we know what we're doing. Okay, this is what we're going to do halftime. This is what we're going to do after halftime. This is what we're going to do fourth quarter, you know? And then there's this common unity. And I don't feel like we have that. And now
we used to have a president that would communicate all day on Twitter, and it was just fucking ridiculous.
That's what I don't like about it, because Twitter and, like, any of those social platforms that have, like, less than 160 characters or whatever, that's throwaway material.
Then why even get on that? I
don't know. But so, like, that stuff, it's throwaway, right? It's throwaway. There's no context. He says one thing and it's taken 10,000 other ways
or whatever.
And then instead of talking to the source to figure out what he's really trying to say, then there's additional arguments. And then these two arguments are whirlwinding. And then now these two arguments are having their own argument. And it's just crazy, you know? But I think like having the podcast, I mean, a president do like a mandatory, I don't know, 1 hour every single day.
Every day?
Every day. Yeah. Like that, or Monday through Friday. Like, it should be something that's pretty regular so that the citizens know what is going through what their brains are, you know? Like, I don't even know if the governors,
I feel like they don't even,
I don't even know if the governors know what the president's thinking. And there's 50 of those guys.
I don't know if
I don't even know if the mayors know what the governor's thinking.
I don't even know.
No one knows anything.
I don't even know if they can talk about the shit that they are doing.
They don't have to talk about the details, but talk about where we're going. Like, for example, like I follow LA Times, right? And they just give headlines. And with these headlines, I don't know the purpose of it. So sometimes you just read it and it sounds like a good thing, and I'm only able to take it the way I can receive it. And this
you're saying because you don't click on the link in the bio to go for more details?
No, I do. But it's still, I can only receive it how I receive it with my own experience. You're limited to your experience. That person's limited to that person's experience. So that one thing that's put out is taken 3 different ways. So, for example, recently I saw Joe Biden say he was going to build a train that connects Vegas to LA, right?
Don't do that.
And I'm like, that's pretty cool, because to me,
you're like, I want to travel back and forth with this.
I'm going to travel back and forth. So that benefits me, right? And so, but to me, I'm like, when people just, in business, when you create a product, and if the product doesn't solve an issue, then it's like, what's the point of the product, right? So now all I hear is a product. It's like, hey, here's a toaster coffee maker. And I'm like, I didn't know there's that many people that needed their toast made with their coffee at the exact same time in the same machine, you know? So I was like, is there that many?
What led up to this decision?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, exactly. I was like, is there that many people that have been dying to go from Vegas to LA and LA to Vegas? Is that like one of the biggest issues right now? Is that what it is? Or is it like the train companies are going under, and then so they've been able to lobby and go, hey, we need to build more train tracks and we need to make more money. Like, I don't know what, so you're left to everyone's, like, a conspiracy theorist will go in his most extreme conspiracy theorist.
Everyone's filling their own
blanks. For me, because I'm going to be going back and forth for LA and Vegas, my own blank is, yay, yippee, hooray. I'm like, yay, transportation that's going to be that easy. Hell yeah. So I'm freaking happy. Versus someone else that was like, that might be like, get these goddamn Vegasonians out of here, or get these goddamn Californians out of here. That
sounds more real.
Yeah, that person might be pissed. Like, why the fuck are you doing that? So because there's no why, there's no point to what they do. So I think having a podcast would help out. Like, hey guys, whoever the president is, hopefully it's The Rock. And he's like, hey guys, so this is what we're going to do for 2024. These are the top 10 things that we need to do as a country. And we're going to
say that every day?
No. That's the first podcast I'm on.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, welcome.
Your Bart voice and your Rock voice got mixed up a little bit.
Hey
no, that's for part number 1.
But hey guys, welcome to the White House podcast, where I'm The Rock, sponsored by Terramana and Zoa. All right, number 1.
He can't sponsor his own fucking podcast. Don't plug it. I don't like The Rock anymore.
Wearing my new Under Armour.
I know.
My new Under Armour suit with this sweat-free red tie or blue tie, whatever the hell political party he is. Anyways, here's my first 10 priorities. And he lists them, right? And I'm going to go them in that order. Remember, stay the hardest worker in the room. And then so he has those 10. And then every day he just kind of addresses them. So that way things don't come out left field. When I hear the train thing, I'm like, is that our biggest problem right now? Like, I don't know. I didn't know that was such a big problem that people between Vegas, I'm like, there's probably problems in, I don't know, New York, fucking Georgia or wherever. I don't know, there's problems everywhere. Like, why do we get so much shine, you know?
Yeah.
So I think having a president or maybe the vice president, somebody from over there having a talk so we understand what's going on, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I don't know if I would tune in because I'd be like, fucking over this shit.
Well, I think if it's The Rock talking,
I would be in.
Like, imagine The Rock is the president, right? Dave Chappelle's the vice president.
Oh my God.
Is that the best podcast ever or what?
That would be fucking rad. But then you wouldn't want to listen to it because you're going to get too much of Chappelle. No,
then I'll listen.
What the fuck? How did it change?
Because now it affects the country.
Oh, okay.
Like what they're talking about. Because like the thing now is, you know, regardless of who talks about what, it almost doesn't affect politics. You know, it's like sometimes I hear like a celebrity talk and they literally have all the answers. And I'm like, is not everyone not listening to them? But then that person isn't the policymaker. But if that person is the policymaker, hey, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's say we got the podcast, The Rock, featuring Dave Chappelle. And then every week they get someone on there and talk about different things, figure out where the hell the country's going. Might be pretty cool. I don't know.
All right. Well, would you want to listen to our current president right now?
All of them. I care about the country. To me, it's like, I'm systems based, right? Like I'm from the military. So to me, it's like, it doesn't matter who the commanding officer is. I mean, it does, but like what's more important is the system that's built. So the commanding officer needs to set this. The XO executive officer, the first sergeant, whenever needs to do this. The platoon sergeant needs to do this. So like that system is what needs to be held. And even in the military at our unit, you know, there's always the CO comes out, says a few words all the time.
The CO?
CO, commanding officer. He comes out, says a few words. We know what the hell's going on. Even coming out and going, hey, great training session, whatever, guys. You know, no one drowned in the pool. That was really good. That guy, Asian guy, is going to be a really funny guy one day. He's hot. Like that. You know, I'm like, hey, I caught that, sir. Salute ya. Put in my pocket. You know, there's even that helps. You know, we don't even have that from any presidente.
Don't even get me started on politics, man. Fuck all
I'm talking
that.
about politics. Yeah.
That's what politics is called.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of politics.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even want to get into the politics shit because then it's just, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know. And it's probably because we don't have the politics.
Wouldn't you want to know? Would you want to know? Wouldn't you like?
I would love to know, but then, I mean, would we really know?
Like even on a...
they're going to know. They're not going to know.
Like, I mean, I was in the Boy Scouts, right? And in the Boy Scouts, like we participated in our city council meetings. Like we're the ones that walk up all cute and then like lead the whole city council in a pledge of allegiance and stuff. That's like 12 years old. It's cool. And then you go there and then you can tune into city council on your local... And it's like the most boring shit. It's always like, I motion to have all of the curbs that are 3 feet in front of the supermarket painted red. All that, like whatever name, whatever, you know, it's like a lot of it is like boring shit.
I feel like the only people that would tune into something like that are like retired people.
Yeah. And then they're outraged. What? Again? They're going to spend my goddamn tax dollars on doing that? But like, that's not the stuff I want to listen to. I don't want to listen to the fucking boring shit.
But that's all you're going to get.
No, I want to listen to the big issues that we all have been talking about.
They're not working on that shit.
Like, I think the biggest issue that everyone that's everyone can agree on is
where is our fucking tax dollars going?
There's that. And then also, why are roads so fucked up? Like, regardless of what politics you're from, all of us are getting flat tires.
Well, at least in California.
In California, our roads are fucked.
And everything's dirty now. Like,
yeah.
There's fucking homelessness literally everywhere. Like I said, don't get me started. I can't wait to hear fucking Dave Chappelle fucking in my ear hole. I'm going to be so happy. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about because you're going to get too much.
Guess what? I'm listening to it. Damn, he might be the only one that can beat Joe Rogan.
I don't know, man. Joe Rogan has really built.
He built an empire,
big.
huh? Yeah,
he built something really big. So I don't even think they're in the same space. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Podcast is podcast, isn't it?
It is, but I don't feel like one would cannibalize the other.
I see.
Like, I feel like the content might be just completely different.
Yeah, that's true.
But we'll see. We don't know. It might be the exact same thing. We don't know.
Yeah. No, the content's way different. You're right.
Right? I mean, they're just two different people. Like,
because Joe Rogan, I feel like the vibe that I get is like, expand your mind.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the vibe that I get. You know, like the people that he brings on, like a fucking biogeneticist or something, and then like some fundamentals economist or some crazy shit, and then I'm just like, sometimes I like clicking on the people I don't even know.
Yeah, because you're gonna learn some shit.
Yeah, I'm like, Timothy Zadowich, who the fuck is that? And I click it, and I'm like learning some shit. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't know that little ladybugs can give you cancer.
They're fucking shady, and they're not all ladies.
They're not, right?
No, some of them are hoes.
That's what I thought.
All right, baby.
I didn't want to say it, but you did.
I guess I failed on the last podcast at the end where I didn't ask you if you have any final words.
Nope, no final ones.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm not going to ask you anymore. From this podcast on, I'm not asking if you have any more final words. Okay.
Well, that's fucked up. Why are you going to treat me like a ladybug?
All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Shout outs to Barbell Brigade for sponsoring this podcast. We are your home of strength. So if you're trying to get strong in any way, because we all know that strength in the gym is strength in life and strength in mind and strength in body, we all got to be strong. So go to barbellbrigade.com to get your full resource. You can get clothes that make you feel motivated, make you look strong, make you look good, supplements that actually help you get strong. We have training programs on there now. Right now we have the 30-day jumpstart for those of you that want to jumpstart your fitness in 30 days. And we're coming out with a powerlifting program very soon. So for those of you guys who are like, man, I've been wanting to powerlift, I want to see what my human potential can be, go check that out, barbellbrigade.com. Also, shout outs to our very own Joombi. Make sure you go to joombishop.com and use the code BEAW, BEAW, to get 10% off ceremonial grade matcha that is affordable, is super yummy. You can get it in tins, you can get it in daily servings, so it's easy to take with you. And we have all kinds of different flavors. Don't forget to use the code BEAW, BEAW, to get 10% off. Go to joombishop.com.